Enjoy the album. We got it this morning.
Thank you guys. That's very sweet. I'm really happy. Thank you. Hello, I'm Natalia Tena, and you're listening from PokeCollection.
Hi Natalia, welcome
Hello.
to New Zealand.
Hello.
Is this your first trip here?
Yeah, it's my first time to New Zealand. I absolutely love it.
Right.
I wish I had a bit more time. I've already been to Wahiki Island,
right,
and I've got some fantastic shiras that I'm taking home. I went to Fat Freddy's Drop launch lunch yesterday, one of my favourite bands, and I'm going to go see them tonight.
Fantastic.
Because I've got a band called Molotov Jukebox, and all I want to do, we've got our new album coming out in April. It's called Tropical Gypsy next year, and I really want to be able to come here and play. It's just great here.
I think you've just answered a lot of the questions that
Oh, really?
I was going to ask you as well. First of all, Carnival Flower, I think it's debut album, was it?
Yeah.
Full-length LP?
Yeah.
I've been listening to that actually since I found out you actually had a band just last year.
Thank you.
I really like the way it sort of incorporates, literally the name of the album is a carnival, but it sort of infuses some sort of Latin, Spanish fusion, which I really like, quite a beat, quite summery. You've been a musician since you were quite young, right?
Yeah, since I was 5, yeah.
Okay, and inspirations such as Chuck Berry and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, all rock and roll.
Yeah.
I basically, when I was little, I didn't realise that, you don't realise what time is when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So I obviously thought the Beatles and Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry and Little Richard and Jerry Lee Lewis were all alive, and it was now.
Yeah.
And so I loved all that music, and then I kind of got to about 11 and I bought, I don't know if you guys have it here, like Now 15, or I can't remember what it was at the time, like Now 1 probably when I was a kid. And that's when I kind of got introduced to more pop music, and I was like, okay, well this is got some value as well. I like it, yeah.
And so, would you say there's a lot of influence of that in your debut?
Well, no, because that kind of music is much more rock and rolly. But that's definitely where I've come from. I've loved always singing the blues and like Motown stuff, and Otis and Carla Thomas, and so many incredible female singers from that time. But I think now it's kind of shifted. I don't know, like I love Gogo Bordello. Like when we first set up the band, it was kind of like Gogo Bordello, and we loved. I mean, I have always been obsessed with Amy Winehouse. She was just such a great human. I mean, what she did for music is just amazing. She made it move forward in so many ways. But it's kind of hard because actually now on the way we've met a lot of bands, and we're like, okay, we could work with them, like doing a slot. Like Monsieur Perrine in Mexico, and we went, I was like, I love them. They've also got a female lead vocalist, but they also use a lot of instruments, and it's very kind of tropically and fun,
Fantastic. Well, that's awesome. So I only found out that you enjoy Fat Freddy's Drop as well. We're big fans of them as well. Have you heard Baze yet?
No, I haven't, because I try to, I'm useless at just general technology, and in my room I can barely understand how to turn my light on.
Yeah.
And the hotel, and like the shower, forget it. I'm like, it's fun. So I don't know, I haven't found a CD player yet, but I'm going to go see them tonight, so hopefully they'll play loads of the songs there, and then when I get home I'm just going to put it on repeat.
Well, we'll give you a head start. We've actually got you the CD to take home with you.
Oh yes!
We have, so I'll give you that in just a moment.
Thank
so
you.
You get to listen to that.
Yes.
Harry Potter, we'll obviously have to talk about that. You're very talented, obviously. You've done TV, media, you've done obviously music as well. Do you find that those worlds collide at some point? Have you had the opportunity to? Yeah,
there's a lot. They're problematic because basically for music, like now already, my manager's trying to book tours for next year, big tours for our album, new album.
Don't forget them.
And I won't. I mean, hopefully if we can make this work, it's all about that. Yeah. But then of course the problem with acting is that like you go for an audition and maybe in a month's time you're meant to be in, I don't know, the Congo filming, and it's like. So that kind of problem is that I'm always trying to fight, it's the time pressure. It's like, can I take this tour because I might potentially get a job? Yeah. How can you try and book your life for potential futures that might not exist? Pretty weird.
No, that's, fair enough. So the other question I had was regarding Harry Potter, obviously. Being a big part of the franchise, and you actually been sort of plummeted into an entirely different fandom. How did you find it, obviously, coming into midway through the series in terms of...
what, with Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Well, I in a way I was lucky because I had never seen Harry Potter or knew anything about it. I think if I'd known what I was going to audition for, I maybe wouldn't have got it from nerves. Okay. But I was just like, what is this? Who's this? In fact, I did such a bad audition because I didn't understand the language, anything of the scenes.
Pronunciation.
Everything. I mean, I didn't know I thought Voldemort was a country. I didn't understand any of it.
Okay,
and so I did a bad audition, but I think the director saw, I did a bad audition as well because I was trying to rush back to do a play that night, so it was like really stressful. Like, I've got to come to London from Ipswich, I've got to get back, and it was so bad. And I rang my agent, I was like, that was awful. She was like, you always think that. I was like, no, it really was awful. But for some reason, the director saw something in me that he thought, nah, that's it, and he gave me one more chance. And he's like, I'm going to give you a 3-hour audition for us to play, in case you find it. And by that point, I read all the books, and I was like, okay, I get it. And
we won't keep you for long. We know you've got to go. It's really busy at Armageddon, but we do appreciate your time with us. Good luck with everything this year, and thank you so much for.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it very much.
Awesome. Thank you for doing this so quickly. Like,
that's okay. Enjoy the album. We got it this morning.
Thank you guys. That's very sweet. I'm really happy. Thank you.